Remember, use of the recreational terminal is a privilege. If work performance declines, this privilege may be revoked. Enjoy responsibly. I had to come back here for some reason. Oh,
You're dead. And I'll just take this. Bingo.
Alright. That's gonna be fun to use in power armor.
Excellent. Yes.
So we can make a, if and when we get the supplies, we can put up recoil compassing stock. We can add glow sights. And we can extend the barrel a bit.
Bingo. Bingo. Nice.
Okay, hold on. Ah, that poor Protectron got knocked, torn apart. Confidential, overseer's eyes only. Vault 111 is designed to test the long-term effects of suspended animation on unaware human subjects. Your staff will be on short-term assignment to monitor basic cardiopulmonary and cognitive functions. Long-term monitoring will be handled remotely by Vault-Tec technicians. Under no circumstance is suspension to be disrupted. This includes the administration of life-saving measures. Your staff is also considered expendable. Insubordination or attempts to evacuate prematurely are capital violations. Unused cryogenic pods are for preferred method of cadaver disposal. Ah, wow. I've long dreamed of making cryogenic freezing available in a portable on-demand form. The cryolator is my latest attempt. Thankfully, we're in no short supply of chemicals and components. I need to tinker with the prototype. It's a nice way to occupy the time as we wait for the all-clear signal. Which never came. Upon activation notice from Vault-Tec, all personnel are required to report to the entry area and assist with admittance of Vault residents. Security personnel will maintain order and ensure no personnel or residents attempt to evacuate the vault. Research staff will be responsible for resident intake and escort each to the designated cryogenic pod. Residents not accounted for in the manifest should be asked to step aside and detained forcefully by security if necessary. Once all residents have been sealed into the preservation chambers, dispose of any detainees. The vault entryway must remain sealed under any circumstance. Members of the research team must daily monitor the vital signs of cryogenically preserved residents. Cardiopulmonary and cognitive activity in particular must be recorded hourly. In Fallout 2, it was revealed that the Enclave were in league with Vault-Tec in creation of the Vault experiments. The idea was, well, at the time, the idea was it was to monitor if people could survive in the vacuum of deep space. Life-saving intervention is only permitted if greater than 80% of the resident population has perished while in cryogenic suspension and must not interrupt suspension. Independent research is encouraged and left to the overseer's discretion. Due to the nature of Vault 111, personnel will be expected to perform duties outside their normal qualifications, such as janitorial duties and food preparation. The exact distribution of these roles is left to the overseer. Following a nuclear event, Vault-Tec will monitor hazards such as radiation levels, enemy invasion, subsequent attacks, and other factors. Once conditions are deemed safe, this terminal will receive the all-clear notice. Upon receiving the notice, Vault-Tec personnel may be evacuated at overseer discretion. Disregard any notices from organizations or individuals not associated with Vault-Tec, including government and military. Residents are not to be disrupted or evacuated. Vault-Tec will attend to their needs remotely once Vault 111 staff have been evacuated. Vault 111 is classified as a short-term assignment. Non-resident personnel are expected to carry out research duties and basic maintenance of the vault while awaiting the all-clear signal to evacuate. In the absence of the all-clear message from Vault-Tec, the overseer may elect to evacuate staff after a mandatory shelter period of 180 days of containment. Under no circumstance may Vault 111 staff evacuate during this shelter period unless receiving the all-clear message from Vault-Tec. Well, the final staff orientation is complete. All but a few of the residents down in Sanctuary Hills have been enrolled, and several from Concord as well. Vault-Tec supervisors came up this week to do a technical review with me. This vault is ready to open. I can only imagine what wonders our residents will get to witness. The notion of leaping forward in time, I almost wish I could join them and see the promise of our future realized. Yeah. Didn't go as planned. None of the Vault-Tec experiments went as planned. But Bethesda doesn't care about respecting any of that writing. They just care about doing, wow, cool, that's fucking amazing, hey, this is awesome, hey, blah blah blah, instead of respecting what was written in the Blackout games. A faction led by the security personnel have turned on me, demanding they be allowed to leave the vault. Idiots. I will not open the door to be irradiated to death out there. I'm consolidating the remaining supplies, putting the staff on lockdown, and we're going to have to start prioritizing who deserves what little food we have left. I've been too damn generous with the rations. If people don't like it, well, there's fewer mouths to feed. There's been no all-clear signal yet, even though we're nearing the end of the 180-day mandatory shelter period. Supplies were never intended to last more than that. And despite my best efforts, people are beginning to question what we're doing down here. If people think that we can just leave when the 180 days are up, they're insane. The radioactive exposure would still be potent enough to fry everyone if the vault seals are breached that early. The whole point of the all-clear was to receive additional instructions from the main office. I don't know what to do. I can't open the vault. I can't expect their supplies to last forever. Oh, wait, hold on. I just have to keep everything under control until the all-clear. Yeah, which never came. The personal evacuation tunnel is now open. Remind all staff to be orderly and follow shutdown protocols before exiting and resealing Vault 111. Please Maintain all staff records and research. Report to your local Vault-Tec supervisors for debriefing and further instructions. Is that your own buddy? You've seen better days, haven't you? Okay, we've already read this part in the other terminal in the Overseer's admittance desk. God, it finally happened. The world's over. Barely all the residents got inside. Not everyone made it. Now it's just us and the icebergs. I don't get it. Eggheads try to explain to me that keeping them frozen is a big experiment for a better future or something. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right that we were smiling at them all the time before putting them on ice. Shouldn't we have told them something? Christmas underground. Got together with the rest of the security boys and support staff and had a little party. The best gift that got handed out was a fancy lad snack cake that wasn't too stale. None of the scientists came. Overseer wasn't there either. I just don't get them. They're hiding something from us. Another company's secret only for the higher-ups? Whatever. Just a few more months until the all-clear is supposed to come through. Then we can start rebuilding. Okay, underground. March 14th, 2078. Only a few weeks left in our mandatory shelter period. Everyone's getting stir-crazy. Some people are even saying the all-clear signal is never coming. We can't stay here much longer, that's for sure. It's not just the fact that I've been staring at the same break room and bunk bed for over 6 months. It's the fact that we only have enough food left for another few months, tops. The Overseer keeps telling everyone to be patient, focus on work. He's definitely keeping us out of the loop. Something bad is going on. I just know it. The main door accessing the vault exit is malfunctioning. Now the only way out is through the Overseer's evacuation tunnel. How convenient for him. He has one of the science team watching the door into his office at all times from a little makeshift checkpoint. Got invited to a meeting tonight. Support staffers and security only. Sounds like I'm not the only one with an axe to grind. Last entry. No all clear from Vault-Tec is coming. We need to leave. We're all but out of food. I almost murdered Stanley for dropping a damn salt cracker on the floor. A handful of us confronted the Overseer about opening the vault. I never knew a man that small could shout that loud. Now he's locked himself in his office along with the rest of the science staff. We're supposed to hand over any food, weapons, and medicine we have by tonight, or there's going to be consequences. I've talked to everyone. It's time, one way or another, we're getting out of this vault. The vaults were long-term experiments that weren't meant to save anyone. And Bethesda gets their hands on the license, and apparently they never really understood that, or the writers never understood that. It was established in Fallout 2 that the Enclave and the vaults were connected. That the point of the control vaults was to monitor the other experiments in an effort to gauge, like, if humans would be able to survive long-term space travel to, like, the distant ends of the galaxy and then find another planet to repopulate. No. Now you have the Fallout TV show that comes out and says capitalism bad. But that's basically the message. I know the people, well, yeah, the people are going, well, it's got praise. The praise is undeserved. And the praise is coming from people who don't play the games, don't understand the writing, and don't work at Bethesda. We're talking about game journalists. We're talking about people who have negative biases against certain things and think that everyone else has to have that bias. It's why you've got two camps of Fallout fans. You've got the people who play Fallout 3, 4, and 76 who apparently think that Fallout is nothing but a dumb fuck action shooter. Plow, plow, plow. Ha ha, that's funny. And you've got people like me who played New Vegas, who play Fallout 1, 2 Tactics, and who mod Fallout 3 or 4 to be better games, because the writing in Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 is garbage. It's not inspiring, it's not intellectual, it's not anything interesting. That's why I modded Fallout 3 to where the Enclave actually won. That's why I mod Fallout 4 to be an RPG version of Metro, Stalker, and Resident Evil most of the time. There's a storytelling in Fallout 4. It's not that good. And there are people who go, well, Fallout 4 is a masterpiece. No, it's not, and you're lying to yourself. Because you don't want to admit that it's bad. Now, a game can be bad and people can enjoy it and still criticize it. And that's the type of person I am. I can play through Fallout 4, I can play with mods, and I can still criticize how shit the writing is. How contradictory it is to the previous entries. The same with Aliens Colonial Marines. Yeah, Randy Pitchford siphoned, funds to Borderlands, blah blah blah. Okay. Did he get fired? No. Did he still get paid? Yes. So all the people who negatively impacted Colonial Marines, who just bitched about Gearbox and everything, well, you didn't really accomplish jack shit. The game still got patched day one, or days after release. Most of the so-called bugs you all bitched about got patched out, and it's a fun game for those of us to actually play it and actually like it. And I can still criticize part of it. I'll criticize the boss ending. The boss ending was lackluster. But I still like the game. It's what people need to get through their fucking skulls. It's the same with My Little Pony. Yeah. Oh yeah, that fan base, blah 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 blah, cringe, whatever, blah blah blah. Okay. And did you bitching about it get rid of it? No. I would like it if people stopped bitching about MLP, got their head out of their ass, and lived their own fucking lives, and stopped trying to tell other people how to act, how to live, and what their interests should be. That's not your job. You want to bitch about My Little Pony? Go. Get on Reddit, cry, whine, bitch, throw a temper tantrum. I'm just gonna tune you out, ignore you, and keep making the videos I want. See, I use a retexture mod for the vaults that make them look more dark and dilapidated. The way they should have looked in Fallout. The way they looked in Fallout New Vegas. Because the entire damn point was that the vault experience, most of them failed, and the vaults were littered with corpse skeletons. But Fallout 4 is the one Fallout game where apparently that wasn't important. So you find vaults like Vault 81 and Vault 1 and a couple others that still have people in them. for whatever damn reason. See, the first thing I get when I do when I get out of the vault is I dump the wedding ring.
Okay, cut the shit. Who is that? Someone there?
What? Excellent.
Hey, who's there? Oh man, please don't be ferals again. Get some, motherfucker!
Yes.
Just getting warmed up over here.
Well, it's over. That's that. Mine now.
Where'd that little bitch go? No need to hide. Over here! Why do they always gotta What?
Okay. One of the other main reasons I play Fallout 4 is for the mod Sim Settlements. Because it literally, well, it makes it to where I don't have to babysit an ant farm. I can just put down plots and go off and do like other quests, dungeons, you name it, and I don't have to worry about babysitting anything the way like Bethesda apparently expects you to babysit shit, because that's what they think of Fallout. They don't care about the storytelling, the world building, the lore from the original games. They just want to demolish all of it and make fucking shanty towns and buildable shacks and shit, instead of actually giving a damn about the future of the franchise. Because that's how they come off. When Pete Hines goes, well, we're not going to be beholden to something written 20 years ago. That should, whether you're a Bethesda fan or not, that should piss you off. That should make you question, do they actually give a shit? And the answer is no. And people keep giving them excuses. I'd love it if the Bethesda side of the fanbase got their shit together, pulled their head out of their ass, and realized that Bethesda doesn't care about anything except brand recognition. And they would continue to act the way they act until that side of the fanbase gets their shit together and literally hammers it into Bethesda that no, you know what, those guys, those new Vegas fanboys, those people that play the OG games, you know what, it took us this long, but we finally realized those guys actually have a fucking point. You're shit, Bethesda. You've gone to shit since Skyrim. You huff your own farts, you get high off your own bullshit, and you know what? We finally fucking had it. You're never getting our money again. as long as you keep going down that path. That's what it would take. Is that going to happen with them? No. Because the Bethesda side doesn't care about storytelling, apparently. They don't care about being engaged. It's just about, that funny, pow pow, that funny, ha. That's how some of them come off. I would like Bethesda to give the damn license to another studio and stop wasting our time by making us wait 20 years for another Fallout game. That's all I'm asking. I'll leave you there.
Man, I don't know who you are, but your timing's impeccable. Preston Garvey, Commonwealth Minuteman.
Nah, that ain't it.
Glad to help.
Glad to help.
Well, if that's true, we could use some more goodwill. As you can see, we're in a bit of a mess here.
Maybe? Nope.
So who are these people?
Who are these people?
Just folks looking for a new home, a fresh start. I've been with them since Quincy. Lexington looked good for a while, but the ghouls drove us out of there. A month ago, there were 20 of us. Yesterday, there were 8. Now we're 5. It's just me, the Longs, Marcy and June. That's old Mama Murphy on the couch. And this here is Sturgis.
Hey.
Sorry. Sounds really rough.
Maybe?
Thanks. It's good to meet someone who really cares. Anyway, we figured Concord would be a safe place to settle. Those raiders proved us wrong. But,
God damn it.
well, we do have one idea.
One good idea can make all the difference.
Sturgis, tell her.
There's a crashed vertibird up on the roof. Old school. Pre-war. You might have seen it. Well, looks like one of its passengers left behind a seriously sweet goodie. We're talking a full suit of cherry T-45
Ah, you can
power
see my
armor.
teeth.
Military issue.
Well, my teeth are Preston's teeth.
I like it.
Yeah, I thought
Ah.
you might.
Yeah, the camera
Protection
kind of
with an added
clips a bit,
bonus.
doesn't it?
Get the suit. You can rip the minigun right off the vertibird.
Not
Do
much you can
that,
do about
and
it.
those raiders get an express ticket to hell. You dig?
Yeah, now we're talking.
Minigun. Now we're talking.
I know, right? Only there's one hitch. The suit's out of juice. Probably been dry for 100 years. It can be powered up again. But we're a bit stuck.
So what's the solution?
What you'll need is an old pre-war FC, a standardized fusion core, your high-grade, long-term nuclear battery used by the military and some companies way back when. And we know right where to find it.
Yeah,
But
except
we can't
in
get to the damn thing. It's down in the basement.
fusion cores
Locked
are an
behind a
entirely new
security
concept
gate. Look,
made it up by
I fix
Bethesda,
stuff. I tinker. Bypassing
which
security ain't
also
exactly my forte.
retcons what they
You
did
can
in
give it a shot.
Fallout 3 and what was put into Fallout New Vegas. Actually, I already grabbed the fusion core.
Actually, I already grabbed the fusion core. We're set.
Well, all right. Maybe our luck's finally turning around. Once you jack the core into the power armor and grab that minigun, those raiders will know they picked the wrong fight. Good luck.
Come on, dog meat.
Sure. Careful, kid. There's something coming.
In the original Fallout games, the power armor was literally just an end-game tool that you got for usually as a reward or late game if you were high enough level, say like level 30, 40 and up. That was considered mid to late game, and Bethesda just decides, we're just going to slap a piece of power armor in front of you at level 2, or depending on what early level you are by the time you get to Concord, and a minigun, and just think that that's a really, really good idea, apparently. And the other issue is that in vanilla Fallout 4, how does Nora know how to operate power armor? We take away the theory that Nate taught her. She was in vanilla. She was a lawyer, a law student, whatever.
Hell yeah.
There is no way in hell she should be able to use power armor
Did you see that?
without some sort of training.
Get up here!
Want some more?
Nice. He's using his...
You're dead. Human garbage. Finally, it's over.
Now, one of the interesting things about the Raider mini-boss here in Concord is that he was sent from Corvega. He literally has a key to the Corvega plant.
Time to shut you up. Damn it. Pleasure was all mine. Got it. Bingo. Bingo.
Yeah, Corvega storage key.
Bring it on.
Oh, I also have a mod installed, the retextures Death Claws into the Nemesis project from Resident Evil.
Bring it! Is that the best you can do?
It literally turns it into a more interesting fight.
You and me, we're going another damn round. Yes. Bingo.
Raiders really aren't smart, though.
Yes. Is that the best you can do?
What the hell are you? Where are you?
Personal, just you.
You're literally trying to shoot someone in power armor, you dumbass.
Good riddance.
And that's how it's done.
There we go, buddy. You're feeling better, dog meat. There we go.
Woo! That was... I mean, you just took down a death claw. Color me impressed. All the sound from our firefight must have lured the blast thing out. And where'd you get that power armor from? You know what? Never mind.
What about them folks, the raiders trapped inside the museum? Did you manage to help them?
It's taken care of.
Everything's taken care of.
Well, all right. Nice to see a happy ending. You did good. You know that, right?
I'm just glad we were able to save their lives.
All right. You held up your side of the bargain. The raiders have been dealt with. Now it's my turn to deliver. If you'd just like to follow me, we'll get you your ASAMs.
But like I was saying earlier, Bethesda just decides to give the user power armor at a low level and a minigun, and just think that that's like really cool. That's awesome. That's when power armor is supposed to be end-game content, end-game armor that you end up getting after completing God knows how many quests and stuff, fighting the Brotherhood or the Enclave, or just getting it from vendors or out in the wastes. It's supposed to be something that you earned, basically, and you don't earn it here at the Museum of Freedom. It's just fucking handed to you like candy, like, here, hey, remember this? Here, Bob, we got you something really, really cool that you didn't earn, that you didn't fight through to get. Because I don't consider fighting raiders to be, you know, hard.
Quit fussing.
That was a pretty amazing display. I'm just glad you were on our side.
You guys gonna be okay now?
Yeah, for a while anyway. We can at least move someplace. Listen, when we first met, you were in such a hurry I thought we'd never see you again. But you did right by us. So here, for sticking around.
What happens now?
For the longest time, Mama Murphy's had a vision of a place called Sanctuary. Some old neighborhood, but one we can make new again. Why don't you come with us? I could really use your help.
All right, Garvey. I'm in.
Oh, that's wonderful. But there's more to your destiny, isn't there? I've seen it. And I know
Mama
your
Murphy,
pain.
by all accounts, is a psyker. Only a handful of psychos exist in the Fallout universe. And you don't get psychic powers in the Fallout universe by taking chems. They were either done through experimentation, military application, or you were inadvertently born with them.
My destiny? What do you mean?
You're a woman out of time, out of hope. But all is not lost. I can feel your son's energy. He's alive.
I'm listening.
Look, kid, I know how I sound. The sight, it's weird. And it ain't always clear. But your son's out there. And even I don't need the sight to tell you where you should start looking. The great green jewel of
And
the
this is also where
Commonwealth.
player control is
Diamond
taken away.
City, the biggest settlement around.
Well, that's vague.
That's vague.
Look, kid, I'm tired now. Maybe you'll bring me some chems later. The sight will paint a clearer picture.
No, Mama Murphy, we talked about this. That junk. It's gonna kill
What if
you.
my
Well,
character?
shush, Preston, we're all gonna die eventually.
What if my character
gonna
didn't want to
need
look
the
for their kid
sight.
right now?
And our new friend
What if they
here,
wanted to
she's
turn
gonna
raider,
need it
or they
too.
wanted to
Now,
like
let's get going.
help
Sanctuary
rebuild the
awaits.
Enclave,
All
or
right,
something
folks.
like that,
Thanks to our friend here,
or start a
Hey,
mercenary
Move out.
company.
You coming
we're
with us
heading
to
for that
Sanctuary?
place Mama Murphy knows about.
I'm gonna look
Sanctuary.
around here first.
It's not far.
She knows about it? You mean she had one of her visions while she was stoned out of her gourd? And now you want us to just head out on another wild goose chase based on no better plan than Mama?
It can hardly turn
Oh,
out
hold
any
on,
worse
hold
than-
on. Everybody just take it easy. We're all in this together, right? So, Marcy, got a better idea of what we should do next? Anybody?
There's not really much down
Well,
here except for like a couple
sanctuary it is. Let's just hope it
paintings,
lives
some
up to its name.
Come on,
trash
June,
in
it's
the
time to
terminal
go.
that leads
Okay.
into that. Usually when you first come in here, you unlock the security gate and take the fusion core out of the generator. I'm just going to pick it up for, Exo 1 power on there I might find later. And that's another thing. Exo 1 power armor is post-war. There we go. Get a sniper,
Nice.
get a rifle, ammunition, and right back out here. Now, so much more could have been done with the Museum of Freedom if they had put care and effort into it. This is Emil Paglarillo, the main writer for Bethesda, the main writer and designer for Fallout 3, Skyrim, and Fallout 4, and Oblivion's Dark Brotherhood quests. This is the man that people, Bethesda fans, act like you can't criticize him. I can criticize him all I want. He is a mentally stunted, brain-dead fucking moron who does not know what the fuck he's doing, can't write worth shit, and needs to be fired or removed from his position, and that position be given to people who actually give a shit. He should not be the lead writer for Bethesda Game Studios. The only reason he has a job is because he is friends with Todd Howard. If Microsoft, if Sarah Bond, if Phil Spencer at Xbox actually had a goddamn brain, actually had some common sense about them, they would see the consensus online, they would actually try, and they would fucking fire him. If they actually gave a shit about money, if they cared about consistency, about the products being sold, they would realize this man is a detriment. He is costing them money. He is costing them revenue. He is costing them a lot of fucking time. And we'll just read through this. Oof. I wanted to share what I thought was a cool Fallout tidbit without realizing how divisive it might be. I should have. I get dumb when I get excited. I get excited a lot. Not every bit of Fallout lore info I share is automatically canon. Nate is not a war criminal. When you're world and character building, you have a lot of headcanon. You're always sorting ideas. Early on, we talked about that being Nate in the video. He had been through hell as a soldier. Every day was another unknown horror. This was one of them. So internally, it was a cool nod to the OG Fallout in a way to fictionally frame the character. It wasn't shared with the player because it was not meant to be who you think Nate is. For a player, Nate's soldier past is whatever you think that is canon. This is the man that you all defend. Yes, I'm blaming Bethesda fans. You're retarded cunts who are not Fallout fans. If you actually gave a shit about storytelling, you'd want him gone. It's not just about, well, I think it's fun. It's about consistency. It's about respecting the past. You don't respect the past. You people do not respect the past. You don't act like it. You don't pretend anyway. You defend this moron. And that's all I got to say. This is a really short one. I want Fallout to be great. It's not great right now. It's not great with the bullshit from the frickin' TV show. We are not going to get better Fallout games. We are not going to get better writing as long as this dumb fuck is allowed to retain his job at Bethesda.